Hey everybody, let's take a look at the Lego City Police Brick Box. It's a big box that gives you the parts to make a number of different things. The big question is it worth its price though? Yeah, the set comes in a big brick-shaped box that makes it look like it's one of those creative boxes to encourage you to make anything, but in reality this is just a straightforward set. It has you build a tow truck for a bad guy. This is just a small ATM. This is like a police substation back here. Selection of figures. Motorcycle is basic, and you get a police car. The car, okay, it's 6 studs wide, plus a little bit for some extensions for the fenders. 4 studs at the center, and it just holds a single figure. The level of detail here is kind of normal, right? It does have some decorations on the sides, and these pieces here and on the other side, exact same part, 1 by 4 by whatever height, curved top little brick is printed. So that's nice. Always nice to get prints, especially if it's going to be used multiple times. Around the back, I mean, yeah, looks like a car. It's wide, it's kind of low. Again, holds just one person, has a little bit of space. I guess you can put like a pair of handcuffs back there, but that's about that. As far as like storage compartments and everything, has just a steering wheel inside, bull bar on the front, and that is that. The little miniature police station is 2 stories tall. It does use another one of those printed pieces up here. That is intentionally a bad, like almost 80s looking logo for the police department just in general for this year. So if that doesn't look like it's up to par with recent standards, it's because it's not supposed to be. It's part of the Lego City Adventures thing and how they, you have to watch it to understand it. Basically, it's trying to be a little bit of a throwback to over-the-top cop stuff from TV. This is not like a modular design. You're not intended to take this part off and put it over here. Like, if you want to change this design, you need to take it apart and redo some stuff. This has a jail cell off to the side. There's just a simple bed off to one side, which is basically just a bench, so somebody can lay there. And there is no secret compartment beneath that bench. It's just a regular brick, so they don't have any of the usual tricks that Lego usually puts into these things. That is built correctly. The door has its handle or lock on the wrong side. That's how they tell you to build it. I recommend that you don't do that, but I don't know, if you want to make it easy for the crooks to get out, there you go. Maybe it ties into some sort of story. And then they have just like a reception area down here with a touch screen computer that's set up. It doesn't have a keyboard or anything. A single clip to hold on to a single accessory. There's just a pair of handcuffs, and on the second floor, just more accessory holding stuff. So 3 clips, you get the camera there, set of binoculars, the radio walkie-talkie unit, and it does include the all-important coffee mug, but that's it. I mean, I guess for the sake of covering absolutely everything, you have a couple of transceiver dishes up on the top, and the roof section of the jail area can be opened up, so that acts as a rooftop hatch for some escapes. But I mean, it's all open on the back, so it's entirely optional, and you really have to use your imagination there. Plus, the prisoner, if there is one in there, can just use the door. So yeah, that includes a police motorcycle, which is just the most modern superbike style, and that is printed. So its fairing is printed on both sides, which is again nice and rather unexpected. They always do those things as stickers, so I don't mind that it's a print, that's for sure. And then you just have a single clip here, so you can put anything that you want there that will fit into a clip, any of the things that we saw previously in the structure. And here we just have a little traffic directing paddle. Set also comes with a police dog, and we've seen this one before, but it's still nice. Here's the main bad guy build. It's a tow truck, obviously. I like the big smokestacks on it, and I kind of like its look. It sort of fits with some of the things that they've made for City this year with shorter wheelbase vehicles that are still fairly wide. It's just kind of a different look overall. Feels like they've changed the feel of some City stuff, at least for the younger kids. And I don't mind it. It's a little bit different. This, of course, has a steering wheel in there, single centered seating location for one person to go inside. No window on the back, that's perfectly fine, and this just is able to go up and down. You got a small chain on the back with the stud at the end, so you can hold on to Well, basically anything with that. And this also has a clip on the bottom to hold on to that golden crowbar. And here's the thing that the crooks are going to, or the crook is going to try to steal. It's an ATM, and it's a very basic one. I am definitely sad that we don't have any decoration here except for just the pin pad, because this looks pretty basic without any special decoration. You know, so the idea is that you would just connect your chain onto this and then just pull the whole thing away, or you can pop just this off if you want to. And, you know, there's a little 2x2 jumper right there. It's nice to get this container piece in black. We don't see that very frequently. And inside is just a single bill with a denomination of 100. Looking at the first couple of figures on the left is Duke Detain, the main Lego City Police dude, you know, kind of the main hero character for the current generation. And on the right is an unnamed character who will be the motorcycle rider, you know, the police motorcycle rider for this set in particular. And both of these figures are just fine, right? Like there's nothing that stands out about them. There's nothing that's particularly special about their color schemes or level of detail. There's no printing for the legs or the arms or anything. You know, they don't really stand out that much. They're not supposed to, but yeah, I mean, yeah, they're fine, right? They're plenty good. Just, there's not that much to say about them. So let's take a look at the other two. Pretty much the same story here. I do have to say I definitely prefer the brighter color scheme with the brighter blue color for the police. It just stands out, you know, a lot more and is a little bit more recognizable in a pile of figures. And the dude on the right is, I mean, just about as basic as they get for crook characters. Again, both of these are fine. They're just not particularly special. Lastly, the small number of leftover parts really underscores how this is just a traditional set. You know, they give you just the pieces you need to create the main builds. Now there is this alternate build or set of alternate builds that they show on the back of the package, and they do include an instruction booklet to show you exactly how to put these things together. But this is a lot less than the main build. This leaves so many parts behind. You get just this tiny little police kiosk here basically that basically takes the interior elements from the police station and then puts them on a single plate. And then this is actually a pretty decent looking car carrier. You know, I like the design of that, but it's tiny. I mean, it's really tiny. It's just big enough to hold on to a motorcycle. So it's basically a motorcycle carrier and only holds one motorcycle at that, not even two if you have a spare or anything. So, you know, this is not really a great example of extra added value. It just shows you how you can use less parts to make less stuff. All right, so value then. Is this worth $40 US? Let's do a little experiment here. This little truck plus this ATM and the person it comes with, I'll give that $10. This car, it's not that much of a car, is it? And its driver, I'm actually going to throw in the motorcycle with that as well, and its rider, to call that a $10 set. Maybe that's asking a little bit too much, but this is a pretty basic car, and you compare it to some of the $10 sets that I've reviewed recently. I think it's there. That could be $10. Maybe I'll take one figure out. Yeah, they would never sell something like that. Okay, $20 there. This I'll give. Okay, yeah, this is good. This plus these two figures and the dog, I'll give that $15. Yeah. Dang it. I was really hoping that, dang it, $35 and then the big container. See, this whole time I was thinking that I was going to arrive at a conclusion that no, this is totally not worth it. Just looking at the stuff, you know, keeping this out of frame and just looking at the stuff that you actually build, the default build, which does include all of the pieces here, I felt like that was not going to add up. But when I look at it, it kind of does. Let me take this little bit of cardstock off here so you can see that, you know, this is just one of those bricks. Not the big storage kind, but they've done these in red a lot before. They've probably done them in other colors in the past, but it's a brick. This does have some value, but it's kind of flimsy. It's at least, it's kind of flimsy. So this doesn't have a lot of value, but it does have some. And ultimately, I guess this is worth about $40. Yeah, I could ask for it to be 35, but I shouldn't. Not with the inclusion of that and everything. Dang it. Well, I don't want people to pay $40 for this, though. I can make, obviously, I have just made the argument for it to be $40, and I'm not happy about that at all. Does that make any sense? I don't think there's $40 worth of stuff here, just subjectively looking at it and considering how much anybody, any Lego fan getting this gets out of it. There's just not that much stuff there. I would like this to be a $30 set, to be honest with you. I know that it can't be, though. So what do we do? I don't know even if I can say whether I can recommend this or not. I guess if you like the stuff that's here, it definitely makes a good gift. I'll say that for certain, especially going to someone who doesn't have much Lego stuff. Maybe they have a little bit, like they'll put all this stuff in there. You can put it fully built in there and other Lego stuff as well that you already have. So it's a good gift box. It's not for me. But the value is there. Dang it. That did not go how I expected, but there you go. Those are my thoughts. You've seen what's actually here, so you can come to your own conclusion if you'd like to. Check out the build if you'd like to as well. And I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching.